Let me show you on this video how to integrate Jotform with Todoist. That way you can create tasks right away and automatically. Let's go ahead and get started right now. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Jotform. On this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to connect Jotform with Todoist. That way we're able to create tasks automatically when a form submission is made. And you can have several use cases for this purpose. For example, a student enrollment that someone needs to create a task and then follow up with that task. That way it doesn't fall through the cracks. Or how about a new employee request? Again, send that employee request to your Todoist list. That way it doesn't fall through the cracks and someone does a follow through. So let's go ahead and get started with this right now. In this case, I'm going to select a brand new template since I also want to give you a use case. So let's go and select a form template. And in this case, we're going to do a college enrollment form. So let's go ahead and search for enrollment here. And there's several available forms available here in templates that you can start using right away. In this case, I want to use this one, college enrollment form. So let's go ahead and use this template. Here we go. And that is going to open up the Jotform builder. This is where we're going to be able to edit the form really easily. But since this is just a demo test to send this data over to Todoist, we're going to get started with the integration. So let's go into settings. In settings, we are going to select integrations and we are going to search for Todoist. In this case, I see it right here. So let's go ahead and select it. Next thing we need to do is integrate Jotform with Todoist. So kick off a brand new integration. It will ask you to authenticate to allow to connect one with another. So this is a bridge to send that data over to Todoist. Okay. Next thing we need to do is select the project where you want to create these tasks. In this case, this is my Todoist. I'm going to send it over to my inbox, or I can go ahead and send it over to my projects, but it depends what my use case is going to be. In this case, I'm going to send it over to my inbox. Next thing we're going to set is the task fields. So we need to connect the task fields from Todoist over to my college enrollment form. In this case, for example, the deadline date, I can set it here. For example, I'm going to use the submission date for this purpose. Remember, this is just for demo purposes. You can add that field over there on your form. You can even add a form field where you can hide it and provide a specific date here. Let's go ahead and add the next field. Next, we have the description. In the description, I'm going to set, for example, in this case, the additional comments. I'm going to add another field. I'm going to set the label for this field, and I'm going to use the name of the student for the label. I have other fields available here that I can start using. For example, the project ID, parent ID, the responsible user. If I have that, I can set it with my available form over here. And that's a great idea if you have a form where you specifically create a form to create tasks. You can add, for example, the responsible user from there, duration, the do string, priority, etc. For example, if that form had a priority, I could use from the variables over here for that purpose. In this case, I don't have that, but I will add that in a bit. So let's go ahead and test this out first. Let's go ahead and save this. Let's go ahead and open the preview form. Here we go. Let's fill out our college enrollment form. Let's fill out the details with demo data. Here we go. Let's go ahead and submit this right now. And let's go over to Todoist. Here we go. That task is now created here. So we got the college enrollment form. Let's go ahead and open this up. We have this in the inbox. We have priority P4, no labels, no reminders, and no location. Since this is just the details that we provided from the enrollment form. But right now, I'm able to view the details for this form, what this form is about. In this case, we have demo data. We don't have the real data, but it gives you a use case where you can create a brand new task here in the inbox. So it's super easy to integrate Jotform with Todoist to send over these tasks over here. Now, what happens if you don't want to use this task anymore? Now, be aware that you might be in the builder. What you need to do is head on over to settings, go to integrations, select Todoist again. And if you need to remove it, go ahead and delete the action right here. I can go ahead and rename it, disable the action in case I don't want to delete it. So maybe I want to use it later on. So I can disable or delete it if needed. If I need to edit this action, click on this pencil icon and you'll be able to edit the integration again. That way you can tie the fields to one with another in case you want to add more later on. But it's super easy to integrate. So what are you waiting for? Sign up right now for Jotform, build your form and connect it to Todoist for any of your requirements that you might need. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification to get notified when new videos come out. And that's a wrap.